So if you've got great stories to tell that are going to help you sell the change in your organization and get people really engaged, and you know how to apply tools, you've got really good knowledge of once I know what tool it is, I know how to apply it. That's great. But if you don't know what those tools are and what the right tools are for that given situation, then you're never going to actually solve the problems to the greatest degree, and you're never going to get that high performance that you're after. Hi, and welcome to Helping You Perform. I'm your host, Paul Teasdale. Over a career working with high-performing teams from across the globe, including 7 years working with Formula One team McLaren, I've learned a lot about what it takes to drive results. In this weekly podcast series, I'm going to be bringing you tips, tricks, and insights from the world of Formula One that you can apply to your organisation for your high performance. Enjoy. Hi everybody, and welcome to another episode of Helping You Perform, where I bring my tips, tricks, insights and stories from the high performance world of Formula One and beyond to help you accelerate your own performance. I hope you enjoyed last week's episode 61, where I talked about the 3 ingredients to high performance. Those being the tools and the frameworks, the stories to tell to sell your change, and knowing how to apply those tools to your given situation. And so I talked about those 3 last week, and I want to delve deep over the next few weeks, just looking at specifically at each individual one and what it means when you don't have those things in place as well. So I'm going to start with the tools and the frameworks. So if you put yourself in the position of somebody who's in the world of Formula One and they're looking to make better decisions about, let's say, the design of a wing or maybe some of the aerodynamical elements that go onto the car, it might be something to do with the powertrain. If you're looking to make a data-driven decision, then a great framework to help you make that decision and not get caught up too much in the data is this rapid performance framework that I've talked about in other episodes. So putting data last in order to help you focus on the results you're trying to drive and make sure that you pull the right data towards you. So it really is a framework and a tool that helps that given situation. However, if you're in that situation where you're looking to improve your pit stops and you think you've got everything in play, you're just looking for a bit of left field inspiration, something from outside the box that's going to help you to just shift the mindset enough to make a step change and improvement, then maybe that isn't the right framework and tool for that given situation. And what might be more applicable in that space is the reframe tool, where you can understand what are the results you're trying to drive, the elements, what you're going to focus on, etc. And go back to the reframe episode to find out more about that specific tool. And in general improvements in life, in business, there are all sorts of tools and frameworks out there. There are sort of 2x2 boxes. There are, frameworks that help you make sort of more informed decisions. There are frameworks and tools that help you get deeper into what the root cause of a problem is. So things like the 5 whys and Ishikawa diagrams, all these different frameworks and tools and techniques. It's great to know them. Or actually, it's great to know that they're there, and it's great to have people who have deep knowledge in them, in your organization or as a resource to your organization. And that's where having experts and consultants or technical experts within your business can really help, because they're the ones who know the tools and they know which ones apply most rigorously to the problem that you're trying to solve. There's no point in having the single tool, the hammer that goes round looking for a nail, because not every problem is going to be a nail. Sometimes you need a different tool that's going to help you with the specific problem at hand. So knowing or having a knowledge of all of those tools and frameworks that are available to you and what their application is, what's the right setting to use those tools and frameworks, that is critical to being able to get you on the right foot to that high performance. So think about that for yourself. Do you know them? Do you have enough knowledge out there? Do you have somebody in your organization who is technically astute when it comes to improvement frameworks and the tools and techniques that you can use to help solve the problems that you have in your organization? And if not, have you got access to external people, advice, can you go to forums and find those people? Do you know where to go to find the tools and frameworks that are right for your situation? And I just want to frame this in terms of, if you've got those other two elements, so if you've got great stories to tell that are going to help you sell the change in your organization and get people really engaged, and you know how to apply tools, you've got really good knowledge of, once I know what tool it is, I know how to apply it. That's great. But if you don't know what those tools are and what the right tools are for that given situation, then you're never going to actually solve the problems to the greatest degree, and you're never going to get that high performance that you're after. So the first ingredient is knowing what those tools and frameworks are. And the great news is, you don't have to know all of this yourself. You just have to know enough to know where to go to ask the right questions, to bring in the right people, to engage the right expertise that are going to help you go, this is your problem. I've helped you define what your problem is, and there are tools and frameworks for that. And these are the right tools and frameworks that are going to be of use to you in this given situation. So have a think about that for yourself. Have you got that expertise within your organization? Do you know the tools and frameworks that are out there that are going to help you become that next level high performer? And if you don't, who can you go to? Who can you turn to? I'll give you one last clue to finish off. You can always knock on my door. You can contact me. Visit paulteasdale.co.uk. Set up that free 30 minutes. Let's have a chat. Let's see what I can do to help you in your situation. Maybe I can point you in the right direction of some of these tools and frameworks. Maybe I can just point you in the direction of some other experts or some other resources that are out there that are going to help you. So next week, we're going to dive deeper into another one of those ingredients of the high performance recipe. And I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Helping You Perform podcast. If you found value in this episode, please take a moment to like, share, or review the podcast. You can reach out to me at any time, either through LinkedIn or through my website at www.paulteasdale.co.uk. I look forward to speaking to you in the next episode.